Hello and good morning, everyone. My name is Žarko Cvej. I'm the Vice Dean for International Cooperation at the Faculty of Media and Communications. It's really an honor and a pleasure to be able to welcome all of you here on behalf of the Faculty of Media and Communications here at our House of Culture. We are truly fortunate to be able to co-host such a major international conference with such a distinguished list of speakers, both keynote and otherwise, and we are really grateful for that. Events like this help places like this house live and position themselves on the cultural map of Belgrade. This place has a long and rich history, but sort of lay dormant for a number of decades. But now, thanks to exhibitions, international conferences, this is already our third international conference this year, this place, the House of Culture, lives again and has become an important spot in Belgrade's cultural life. So without further ado, let me just wish you a dynamic, rewarding, and intellectually stimulating conference, and turn over the floor to our conference organizers. Thank you.
Good morning. On behalf of the Institute for Philosophy and Social Theory of the University of Belgrade, Center for Advanced Studies Southeast Europe of the University of Rijeka, as well as on behalf of the Center for Law, Ethics and Applied Philosophy, allow me to thank you all for coming, being here in Belgrade, and for answering our call to spend the following 3 days together in discussion in an attempt to explain how to act together. I would like to thank Nada Popović-Perišić and Simona Žikić for their hospitality and allowing us to be in this space today, as well as Olivera Stošić, Jasna Dimitrijević, and Ksenija Špadjer-Tufekđić for housing us in the coming days. In particular, I would like to thank Jadranka Jeličić and Radmila Maslovarić of the Open Society Fund, and Paula Petrić and Andreas Polterman of the Heinrich Böll Stiftung, without any of whom this conference could not have taken place. Let me thank Judith Butler in advance for being with us tomorrow and the day after, and also Adriana, Gazela, and Jelena of the Groups for Social Engagement Studies, as well as Natasha and Zorica, without whom I have done nothing in the last few years. If I may draw your attention once again to the few sentences I have just uttered. Let us remove the various offers of thanks and the names of women from whom I learn in a swift and undisciplined way, above all, how to live in a group, how to turn an I into a we, how together to build the future work of a group for which lessons I am endlessly grateful for. Placing the accent here on the speed, I am particularly interested in the gender status of speed, women with whom I sometimes successfully and efficiently act together. To act together something that is always fragile and uncertain since the days of the construction of the Tower of Babel, and which can be seen in this poster announcing the conference designed by Nikola Stevanović. In addition to the thanks and names, I also mentioned a few institutions of which I am part, some of which I have founded, institutions which are places where people work together, having a name that holds people together, as well as the space where we find ourselves, one next to another. I have also mentioned time, these few days we are here together. That is, I am thanking various institutions for the financial help that holds and binds us together, for we shall also eat together in groups. There will be coffee for all at the break, etc. It is our task today and in the days to come to be more precise about how it is possible to act together. And the Human Condition published 58 Hannah Arendt makes a distinction between action and speech, as if speaking were not an action, but also insists that both registers require the presence of others, as well as sharing and co-acting with fellow men. What then is the difference between group and joint agency? Is there consciousness of a group or group consciousness, collective intentionality and attention, or common learning? Is work done better or more efficiently in a group? Is precarity or vulnerability a condition for working or something being done together? Is protest against some public instance the conditionless condition for the mobilization of a group or groups? Or is perhaps crime or evil action, destructive action, what binds people and thus implies collective responsibility and group agency? I wish you the best of luck in working and acting together.
Hello, my name is Jelena Vasiljevic, and let me greet you all and wish you a very, very warm welcome on behalf of the Group for Social Engagement Studies, which has teamed up now for the third time with the Center for Advanced Studies Southeast Europe from Rijeka to organize an international conference. Our group is an interdisciplinary research unit of the Institute for Philosophy and Social Theory here in Belgrade, and we were formed as a group out of an urge to productively reflect upon the issue of engagement, social, civic, political forms of engagement. And our work is concerned with questions how to engage with, how to define engagement, how to defend it, how to promote it, or even impose it, socially, politically, ideologically even. And one of the ways to open and dissect these questions is precisely through gatherings like this one. So as I mentioned, this is our third conference. The first one was organized a year ago to commemorate the 30th anniversary of the passing of Michel Foucault, and was thus dedicated to the legacy of his thought. Our second conference was organized in June this year, and it was a very ambitious and drew out a pressing need to answer the question how to think beyond capitalism, and that was its name, Thinking Beyond Capitalism. And we are here now to think about how to act together and to explore the notion of action itself, what are its limits, boundaries, but also what are the meanings and political and ideological significations of engagement and of action, and of action taking joint action, acting together. So we're happy to be hosting more than 60 participants. Some of them are yet to come. We're thrilled to have some renowned guests as our plenary speakers, and of course we're very thrilled to have Professor Judith Butler, who will join us soon and who will deliver her talk tomorrow evening. I would just like to end with some few technical details. Firstly and most importantly, should you have any problems finding your place around or having any need for technical assistance, please feel free to contact our assistants. You will recognize them. They're wearing orange shirts, orange t-shirts with the name of the conference on them, so you can ask them whatever if you need. If you have any doubts or any problems finding around. Secondly, there's been some slight changes to our program. So if you checked our website, the updated and correct version of the program is there on our website. Here in this printed version of program, I just want you to pay attention that panel number 9 has dissolved. Which means that Protest in Focus, Southeast Europe and Beyond number 3 is actually now panel number 15, which used to be Protest in Focus number 4. So that's the only thing you should pay attention to. But you will find on the plenary session, panels will take place in different rooms. We'll have 3 parallel panels in each plenary session, and the rooms are marked with the names of the panels. So you should find your way around easily. Again, If you have any doubts or any problems, please do not hesitate to contact either our assistants or any of us from the organization. Today we are here in this lovely building. We'll have 3 plenary sessions and we'll have a reception at 6 p.m. In this building. Tomorrow and the next day we'll go to Kolarac, another venue which is very close. And you can just check on our website. There's the Google Maps, and I'm sure you'll find your way easily. So again, welcome, and I wish you a very productive conference and a lovely stay in Belgrade. Thank you.